Hey everyone, so I'm gonna try recording with this blue-red Murktide deck. I got a list from Pygonti, some interesting things going on here. We've got the new card Ledger Shredder in it. I think this card's extremely powerful. Seems like a lot of people are thinking 3 is the way to go, and I think that makes a lot of sense. It's very, very, very good, but I think the 4th might be a bit much. Still doing Archmage's Charm, and we got 2 Spell Pierce here, sort of in the flex slots in the main deck. Can be a good card, especially like protecting Ragavan, and I've done other good things with it, like counter a 5 mana Teferi or a 3 mana Teferi. So I think it's a nice for a tempo deck. Getting a 1 mana counter spell, it's nice. If the game goes too long, it can be bad, but so I'll keep this. It's got a channeler into Ledger Shredder, which should put on a lot of pressure pretty quickly. So we're up against Elves. I could hold up a counter spell to try and hit like a Archdruid, but I think I just want to get my flyers going. The question is, do I want to trade here? I think I'm okay with trade if my opponent wants the trade. I think taking them off mana is okay. Spell Pierce isn't particularly exciting, but we might get to hit like a Collected Company, so that could be good. We might get a trigger of the Ledger Shredder off what they're doing. Yeah, Archdruid. It's probably the best thing they can play there. I think I want to hold up Counterspell this turn. I guess the question is, do I play Steam Vents untapped? Do I play Islet or Steam Vents tapped? I don't think Spell Pierce is likely to do anything this turn, so I think I'll just play a tapped Steam Vents, hold up Counterspell, and pass the turn. Next turn we can Expressive Iteration a little bit more effectively. We could have Iteration to try and hit a removal spell for the Archdruid, but I think I'm okay with the play I made. I think I'll just discard this Ragavan. I don't see it doing anything, and getting creature in the yard for Channeler is useful. I don't want to have to like ever bin a Murktide or something to hit Delirium. I think I'm gonna let this resolve. I think my main plan here is I want to kill the Archdruid, and then the rest of the board will be a lot less scary. Azuri feels like something I should counter. I will bin a Ragavan. Seems like a tricky matchup. Yeah. Maybe I should have been to the Spell Pierce. It is like, once the Archdruid's dead, though, they don't currently have a ton of mana outside the Archdruid. Shaman of the Pack. That's a lot of damage. Unholy Heat's not a bad draw. I am going to iteration first. Still don't think I want a Ragavan. I mean, I could, like, use it to, like, just block. My life total is a little bit low. But I'm gonna bin it. Okay. So I think Murktide to hand Exile Misty. And I think I'll heat the Archdruid in my second main so that I am not forced to attack with the Channeler. I think I'd like to be able to block with the Channeler this turn. Counterspell. I think I'm more looking for removal at this point. Maybe Counterspell's okay. Next turn I'm casting Murktide. Yeah, I'll put this on top. So, if I need to, I can crack the fetch to make the Channeler 3/3. Yeah, I think this is just lethal. Block, block. Yeah, we're very dead here. Okay. I'm not super excited about Ragavan in this matchup, but I do think on the play I do like the ability to go turn 1 Ragavan, and it does just kind of trade with everything. I don't know. I'm not thinking I want to cut it. I think I want the Engineered Explosives for sure, and the Fury. Maybe the Subtleties, maybe the Dress Downs, but it's unclear to me. It's not like I have a ton of cards that I want to cut. I mean, Counterspell is maybe a cut. An Archmage's Charm, I could cut the Counter Magic. But, like, I don't know how much I want, like... Like, 1 Ragavan. Archmage's Charm also steals things. And I think there's some value of having just something that counters, like, the Collected Companies and things. Subtlety is also not a terrible blocker, and we can just sort of cast it. Like, just not bad to get a 2-for-1 and have a flyer. I'll try it like this. I think I want to keep 2 counter spells. See, I think Ragavan is actually quite good in this hand. I'm keeping. I'll lead on Ragavan. I'll kill whatever they play on turn 1. probably cut all the Ragavans on the draw, honestly. I think I'll use heat here. I expect there's a reasonable possibility there's some amount of graveyard hate. And I might also want to point Bolt at face at some point. I'll hold on to the treasure for now. I don't think there's like a huge amount of value of just slamming the DRC into play. I also might want to just exile the DRC to the Fury. If I could cast this Fury, it'd be nice, though. Nettle Sentinel, I'll let happen. This seems like a pretty clean Fury, to be honest. Yeah, so... I think I'm going to probably iteration this turn. Try and hit a land drop. See what the Ragavan hits first. Yeah. I could Shredder first and then iteration, but I honestly think I still want to hold up Counterspell, so I think I'm just going to iteration, honestly. Do I want land, or land Murktide? Murktide is actually pretty good. I think I'll put the Murktide into hand. So I'm just going to counterspell this to maybe have a chance of getting another Ragavan hit in. Veil of Summer. Okay. That's a good one. I think I'm okay with trading the Ragavan with the Shaman. I think if I wait another turn, they'll probably just play another elf, and I'll ultimately end up trading Ragavan with a worse elf. I guess I'll, since I can leave creature in the yard, so I'll exile the Ragavan. Discard Bobble. Seems like a pretty fast clock. Okay. So on the draw, I don't think I want the Ragavans. So I'll bring in the Dress Downs. And maybe maybe Jace. Maybe that's bad, but like I'm thinking of like I think one of the ways I win this game is I just like play a lot of removal and like some like ledger shredders or whatever, and like or like a Murktide, and then like I could resolve a Jace. I can do a brainstorm. It forces them to make bad attacks. Like maybe this is just bad against like an aggressive creature deck, but I feel like I'm playing the control deck role in this matchup, and I think when you're being a control deck, Jace is a good card. This hand's definitely a mulligan. No red mana. I will keep this. And I'll bottom the steam vents. I'll bolt a mana elf. Yeah, definitely bolt a Llanowar elf. Or do I DRC here? I think given the I drew the DRC, I think I'll cast the DRC. I mean, if they go, like, land into Archdruid, I'd much rather have this bolt saved for the Archdruid. So yeah, I'll put that in my graveyard. See what they're drawing. This also gets us a surveil when we cast the bolt. We might end up stealing the Llanowar Elves at some point. Who knows? I feel like they did that in the wrong order. So I think I want to bolt the War Master. And I think I want to do it before they untap in case they could like company in response and get like a token. So I'll just go ahead and fire off the bolt now. It also might help me apply pressure if I can get to Delirium. Don't need another land. Well. I'll go ahead and offer the trade. I think I'm kind of not in a great position this game. Need to draw like Fury or something. Unholy Heat's not bad. I could go for Unholy Heat on the champion, but I don't know if the champion is even better than the Clan Caller, because the Clan Caller, they can start searching for them. So I'll just start with Unholy Heat on the Clan Caller. Definitely put that into my graveyard. That'll let me have Delirium get in 6 damage. And then we can drop a Murktide. And hopefully ride the Murktide to victory. So, not a big Murktide. Five. Next turn, we can Archmage's Charm to get our Delirium back. Yavi Maya plus Forest Walk. That's... Maybe I was supposed to go for the champion. Okay. So right now they're attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 potentially. If I leave back one creature, they're attacking for 6. I think I like stealing an elf over drawing 2 cards because that's 2 less damage, plus I can chump the champion. And so I'd only be taking 4. What do I do with that? Probably top, right? Yeah, and I don't see any reason not to attack all out because they have Forest Walk, so we can't really stop any more damage than what we already are by blocking the champion. I didn't realize champion would still continue to pump the elf on our side. I was just planning to chump, but didn't really matter. Cool. Alright, see you one for round 2.